So this time goes by very fast, so let's go ahead and get started. So we've been doing the mantra for blessing the mala in order to increase the power of the recitation by 6 trillion times. So we'll do that just real quick, and then we'll do a new mantra. So these are in the chat. If you haven't done these before, I've typed them in there for you. So just do your best. It's okay. So the mantra for blessing the mala is Om RUTSIRA Mani Prawartaya Hum. We do that 7 times. Om RUTSIRA Mani Prawartaya Hum. 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 And then you blow on your mala and rub it all together. And then there's also this wonderful short mantra to increase the power of recitation, which is Tayata Om Dare Dare Ben Dare Swaha. And we do that 7 times as well. Tayata Om Dare Dare Ben Dare Swaha. You can say Swaha or Soha. Both are done, so whatever you're more comfortable with. Tayata Om Dare Dare Ben Dare Swaha. 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 And then once we start the practice, I'll go ahead and share my screen so that there's a picture of Vajrasattva and the practice up. The mantra will be there. So if you don't have that already, don't worry, it'll be available for you during the practice. So find a nice comfortable way to sit, ideally with your back nice and straight, but not stiff. The back being straight, the most important part of any meditation posture. You can even do meditation lying down if you can keep yourself from falling asleep. As long as the back is straight, which allows the winds or your breath to move, keeping the central channel open. And check in with any sensations that you have in your body. Just do a quick scan through, paying attention to whatever you might be feeling. Without labeling it, just pay attention to it. And if you find an area that feels tight, uncomfortable, give it a little more attention and just try breathing a bit into that area. We're just establishing a nice, solid but relaxed foundation for our meditation. And then just take 3 nice deep breaths. And then let your breathing just return to a nice, relaxed, normal state. And we set our intention. We always want to have a bodhicitta motivation for any practice that we do. It makes it incredibly powerful. So that we aren't just thinking of our own happiness, which is important, but also the happiness of all sentient beings. And if we're going to develop a mind where we have the calm, compassionate, wise state of mind when we interact with other people, then we need to do both purification and accumulation of merit. And so this practice of purification is absolutely essential to the rest of our practice. And so may we take this half hour that we may develop our mind in this positive way so that we can refrain from harming others, as well as helping them in whatever way possible whenever they need, with the most skillful means. And so we start with the first of the four opponent powers, which is the power of regret. And you can start with just thinking about anything that you might have done today that you regret. It might have been negative thoughts that disturbed your mind. Maybe you bought into a story of anger, saw something on Facebook, got riled up in your mind. Perhaps you did an action of speech that you regret, saying something that wasn't untrue or was harsh, divisive, or just spent a lot of time wasting time with your speech, talking about nothing important. Or perhaps there was something that you did with your body. Might have been something just as careless as walking on bugs. Or it might be something more serious, abusing your body with an addiction. And then go back further. And if you have other actions that you have done of body, speech, and mind that you still have this heavy feeling about, you know you made the mistake, but you haven't really purified it yet. You haven't forgiven yourself. You haven't really come to terms with it yet. Sometimes these can be things we, all the way back in high school or grammar school, things we did to our parents as children. We want to purify those as well. And then also setting a general motivation that anything we've done in our past lives, even if we can't remember them, we know with countless past lives, we're not enlightened yet, we must have made mistakes. And so we want to regret any of those actions as well. And as we move to the second of the four opponent powers, reliance, who can we rely on? Who can we turn to? And it's out of the incredible compassion and skillful means of the Guru Buddha, in this case, manifesting as Vajrasattva, that we have this practice to do the four opponent powers and purify. We can rely on these methods. And so visualizing on top of your crown, on a beautiful white lotus flower, sits Vajrasattva, who has a blissful white light body, seated in meditation posture, holding a Vajra and bell, symbolic of the union of wisdom and method, compassion, the two wings of the bird. We need both in order to become enlightened. And Vajrasattva has those qualities perfectly. And anytime you need to refresh your visualization, you can look at the picture, or you can just focus on trying to get a feeling of that white light body, even if it's just the white light part. Just a sense that Vajrasattva is there is most important. And that manifestation is that perfect wisdom and compassion. Vajrasattva is here to help, wants nothing more. And we say the prayer of refuge 3 times. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I am enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I am enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. So we want to have this heart of compassion, not one of guilt. And so when we think about those that we've harmed, knowing the suffering that they've felt, we simply don't want to cause harm again. We don't want to cause harm to ourselves by doing negative actions and creating the karma where we will experience suffering in future lives. As well as when we have these negative interactions, it creates the causes for others to harm us again in the future, which causes them to create the negative karma that they will suffer in the future. It becomes this terrible cycle, this samsaric cycle of suffering. And we're all caught in it, all together. And this is why we must purify our past mistakes. And we request Guru Vajrasattva to please help us by purifying our body, speech, and mind. And he's so pleased, he sends down a powerful hose of blissful white nectar that enters in the crown of your head to purify your actions of body. This white nectar fills your body and pushes out those negative actions of body from all lifetimes through your lower orifices And as they exit your body in the form of a black inky liquid, the liquid just disappears. Nothing left of it, no pollution, just completely gone. And those are your negative actions of body, totally purified. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Mepayatsa Sarva Karma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahama Hasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dita Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Mepayatsa Sarva Karma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahama Hasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dida Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Mepayatsa Sarva Karma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahama Hasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Mepayatsa Sarva Karma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahama Hasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Mepayatsa Sarva Karma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahama Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Mepayatsa Sarva Karma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahama Hasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Mepayatsa Sarva Karma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahama Hasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe. And think how wonderful it is that all your actions of body from all lifetimes are completely purified. And then Vajrasattva again sends down a strong beam of blissful white nectar filling your body, but this time from the bottom up, pushes up the black inky liquid so that it overflows out of the top. And these are all your actions of speech being completely purified. As they exit your body, the liquid just completely dissipates. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Palaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Mepayatsa Sarva Karma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahama Hasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Mepayatsa Sarva Karma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahama Hasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Mepayatsa Sarva Karma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dida Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anuratu Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memperyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahama Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshayo Mebawa Suposhayo Mebawa Anuratu Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memperyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahama Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshayo Mebawa Suposhayo Mebawa Anuratu Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memperyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahama Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anuratu Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memperyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe. And now all your actions, negative actions of speech have been completely purified. And again, Guru Vajrasattva, out of his great compassion, sends down, this time light rays, blissful white light that enters the crown of your head. And like a dark room that is suddenly illuminated when you turn on a light, the inside of your body is lit up, purifying any negative actions of your mind. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshayo Mebawa Suposhayo Mebawa Anudatu Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memperyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahama Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anuratu Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memperyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahama Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anuratu Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memperyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahama Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anuratu Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memperyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahama Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anuratu Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memperyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahama Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anuratu Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memperyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahama Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenu Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anadapti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Member Yatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajra Mame Mutsa Vajra Baha Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Te. And think that all those negative states of mind, anger, jealousy, the self-cherishing I that thinks I am more important than the rest of the world, any of these disturbing emotions and thoughts completely purified. And again, Guru Vajrasattva sends down light rays, which when they touch your heart chakra, fill your whole body with light. This time purifying any residue, anything left behind, any stains, like when you have oil in your clothes and you try and wash it and there's all the oil is out, but there still seems to be a stain. Just completely purifies everything. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sitoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Mempriyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dido Mebawa Sitoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Mempriyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Mempriyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Mempriyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dido Mebawa Sitoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Mempriyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Mempriyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Mempriyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. Now you are completely purified. Even the subtlest obscurations are completely gone. And then the fourth power, or the four opponent powers, is the power of resolve. So when we talk about karma, we're just talking about habits. And we're trying to break our negative habits and just reinforce positive ones. So we need to set an intention to not repeat our mistakes. And for any specific mistakes that you have purified, set a very concrete goal that you can keep, that you won't repeat that same mistake, if it's for 5 minutes, if it's for overnight. Maybe you think you can keep it for 24 hours. Whatever it is that's doable, set that goal. So that if you keep it, you can rejoice. And if you make a mistake again, then we purify again. And for anything non-specific, other mistakes that we've made, we just want to set a general intention, not to harm others, not to do negative actions of body, speech, and mind. This is our practice. And Guru Vajrasattva is so pleased. He dissolves into light, wanting to merge with us, enters into the crown. So that you become one with Guru Vajrasattva, thinking my body, speech, and mind are one with the Guru's body, speech, and mind, and with Vajrasattva's body, speech, and mind, all inseparable. And think that in emptiness there is no I, the creator of negative karma. There is no action of creating negative karma, and there is no negative karma created. Emptiness is this great spacious awareness that while things function, they do not exist in the way that we perceive them. And then with a happy mind that we have spent the past hour in the most half hour in the most meaningful way, then we want to dedicate all that positive merit or spiritual energy to our enlightenment, so that it joins this giant pool of merit that stays with us all the way until enlightenment. And we'll say these dedication verses at the end of the practice. As a result of the 3 times merits of myself and others, may bodhicitta, from which the happiness of all sentient beings comes, be generated in the minds of self and other sentient beings without delay, even for 1 second. And that which has been generated, may it increase. As a result of the 3 times merits of myself and others, may emptiness be generated in the mind of self and other sentient beings without delay, even for 1 second. And that which has been generated, may it increase. As a result of the 3 times merits of myself and others, may I, who am empty from my own side, achieve Guru Shakyamuni Buddha's enlightenment, which is empty from its own side, and lead all sentient beings who are empty from their own side to that enlightenment which is empty from its own side, as quickly as possible by myself alone. We also want to dedicate to the long lives of our gurus. May they remain and teach us, and may we stay close to them as their students until we all achieve enlightenment. So thank you everyone for joining me. I'll be back again on Thursday and again on Monday. So hopefully I will see you again.
Thank you.